Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for joining me. And this is Vesuvius. He is a clown Russo ball python, and he is joining us on this wonderful July morning. We are doing something special today. I am notorious for constantly being in the middle of like 30 books. I have very eclectic taste and I get distracted. What can I say? And so sometimes I pick up a book and I read halfway through and I put it down and I didn't get back to it. So this is a reading vlog of me trying to get through some of the books that have been sitting on the shelf feeling a little unloved for a while, and not for any fault of their own. I just got distracted and haven't gotten back to them. And I want to spend the next couple of days kind of working through them, trying to get them done before going back to work. And Vesuvius is going to help us out. Say hello. He wants to go on the move. So I'm going to introduce you to the books that I'm going to try to read and do a quick intro video. It is, we're going to have to do this very quickly because the mosquitoes have already found us. So, but it is so beautiful out here and the light is so beautiful out here that I wanted to do the intro video out here. I actually started reading these books yesterday. Was going to film the intro video yesterday and just got super wiped out. Like all of my energy just suddenly disappeared. I think it's a combination of I started reading the wrong book. I just wasn't motivated at all. And so then I just kind of I just don't want to do anything. But also it's the week before going back to work. And so I just get this kind of just drudgery of like, oh my gosh, I'm I just kind of get this like drudgery feeling of I want to do everything but I can't do anything and I just want to lay in my bed and do nothing. Don't get me wrong, I love my job. What I do gives me such joy. But there's definitely a mental wall and hurdle that you have to get over every single summer after having 10 weeks of basically doing whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it, being able to go to the bathroom whenever you want, being able to eat whenever you feel like it. And oh wow, a bald eagle just flew over the house. Aw, we have a mating pair that lives in the backyard, kind of, well, they live behind the property line. And so it's they make rare appearances. Man, everybody is out today. A woodpecker just went by, just whistling ducks just went by. Everybody's out today. Anyway, sorry. I also have to always be scanning for eagles because you never know who's gonna think of a snake as a snack. So sorry. So much for the short intro. I knew this wasn't gonna go well. Right? As long as you're safe, yeah? As long as you're safe. Yeah. I love what I do. I love my job. It brings me such joy. It is a very mentally and emotionally taxing job though. And so having 10 weeks to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and then knowing that I'm going to have to go back to a very, emotionally taxing job, and that it's going to take a lot of effort to come home and motivate myself to not just sit on my phone, to not just watch reruns of NCIS and just not do anything. It causes me to go into a funk. And so yesterday I was having one of those days where I was like, I'm going to film this video, I'm going to read these books, I'm going to do this 8-hour thing. And I think I picked the wrong book. It was going really, really slow. I wasn't into the plot, and I just kind of melted. So it's a brand new day. The sun is out. Vesuvius is ready. Aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. All right, I got to put you down. Okay? Don't go too far because there's eagles around. Our first book is The Enchanted Greenhouse. I have been trying to get through this book for a while. It takes the cozy trope to a whole new level. It just moves very, very slowly. I love how cozy it is. I absolutely love the world, but it also took me a long time to get into the spell shop as well. I moved really slowly through the spell shop, and it took me a while to get through that book as well because it is so cozy. I like a lot more adventure and a lot more drama in my books. I'm glad that everybody's okay. I'm glad that everybody's having a cozy, lovely time. I'm glad everybody is drinking some tea, and I love the winged cats. But I do need a little bit more in my books. So, but I really, really want to finish this one. The new book, the third one in this world, comes out this month. So I want to finish this one for the next book. And yeah, I want to get this one done. The Book of Heartbreak. So this is the one I was struggling with yesterday, and you'll see clips of that later. The Book of Heartbreak is the first book that I unwrapped in the 2025 Christmas book advent calendar that I made for myself last year. It's a beautiful story from voices that I have never read before. It's a magical fantasy retelling of like an old fairy tale from the Middle East. I like the plot, except for there's a huge part of the plot that hinges on characters knowing information and refusing to tell the character whose point of view you're reading it from. And that I just can't stand. Just tell me, what is it? What is it? So that kind of where the plot is only continuing on because the main character can't figure out what's going on because all the other characters know what's going on, but they just won't tell that character. Frustrates me. Once I put this book down and picked up something else, I was fine for the rest of the day. We have 12 Strong. I have been trying to read this book for so long, and I loved the film. I really enjoy the book. I just have a really hard time with military jargon. It just takes me a really long time to slog through it. It's a fascinating book, and I highly recommend. I highly recommend it. I only have 100 pages left. It just takes me a long time to get through military jargon, and so ultimately I end up picking up other things. Then we have Thornhenge by T. Kingfisher. This is literally 111 pages. Why has this taken me so long to finish? I don't know. This was book 3 or 4 in my Christmas advent calendar in 2025. And I don't know. I got like halfway through it and then I just stopped and I didn't pick it up. So we're going to finish this because why not? Then we have Recreated. This is the second book in the, what is it called? I guess the Reawaken series by Colleen Huack. She's a young adult author. She does young adult fantasy mythology really, really well. She did The Tiger's Curse, which I think is 4 or 5 books, and then has like a bunch of spin-offs. This one does Egyptian mythology, if you couldn't tell from the cover, and it's honestly, I'm not as enthralled in this one as I was in the Tiger's Curse series, but I mean, it's that tweenish plot line of young love. Everything is the end of the world. This guy that I've known for 5 days, who's under this insane curse that I need to break, and I'm the chosen one. I absolutely love him, and I would give my life for him, even though I'm only 15 years old. You know, it's that kind of book, and I'm a little less than halfway through, but I go through YA really, 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 really quickly. So I think I should be able to finish this one. The last like physical book we have is The Secret Life of the Otter. This is by Andy Howard. He is a Scottish photographer. I picked up his book, The Secret Life of the Hare, while I was in Scotland, and absolutely loved it. He has a whole series of books of different Scottish animals, of his photographs and then narration about them. I want to say like halfway through. His photographs are fantastic. I mean, it's definitely a coffee table book, but there is wonderful information, historical historical. There's wonderful scientific information about the animals that he's photographing, as well as incredible information about Scotland as a country, the landscape, the nature of Scotland itself, and the art of photography. So it's of interest to me, particularly as a lover of Scotland and as someone who has been there. I really enjoyed his Secret Life of the Hare. I've enjoyed the Secret Life of the Otter so far. I just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet. So I would really love to do that. Also on the list, I have one audiobook. There is a police procedural, a UK police procedural that I have been working on for a long time and just stopped listening to. It's like book 12 or something out of 15, or book 13 out of 15. I absolutely love the series. Richard Armitage narrates it, and he is my favorite audiobook narrator of all time. It takes a really good narrator for me to... Vesuvius, you're tipping over the camera, sir. He's hitting the block that the camera is sitting on. What a jerk. He's so naughty. Look at that. Look, are you going to strike the camera? What is this spiciness? What is this spiciness? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so we've had that audiobook as well. And it really takes a great narrator for me to get interested in an audiobook, because I'm not an audio person at all. And I absolutely adore Richard Armitage. Anything that he does, I want to listen to. So I'm just not. So I've almost finished the series of this criminal investigator, and I absolutely love it. But something about the plot of this one is just not. It's just not getting me. So I've really struggled with this audiobook. And then we have one book on the Kindle, Thistle March. It also just, it's a cozy fantasy that's just a little too cozy. I'm just not getting into it. I'm like 36% of the way through. So if I need to take a break from staring at pages, I do have my Kindle, which I do get through faster, I think, than a physical book. So we have several books to get through. So let's get reading. Castiel is not a dog. He is a cat, and he goes on a walk every morning. For the past couple of years, he has dealt with this kind of psychological disorder where he experiences pain that's not real. It's all in his head. And he was just recently diagnosed at the beginning of the summer. Basically, what it means is that... Good buddy. One. Is that ants? Basically, what it means is that he had to have a lifestyle change as well as some medication. And part of that lifestyle change is he has to go for daily walks because it's good for mental stimulation for him. It allows him to spray and urinate how he would like to, and it just gives him the ability to kind of do these things. And it releases the stress in his head and gets rid of the pain. The medication helps. Woo! The medication helps too. Addie enjoys it as well. They've become quite comfortable with each other. Hello, everyone. I just finished my first book of this readathon, Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. So I'm sad it took me this long to read because it is only 111 pages. Like, I should have finished this a long time ago. But it was one of those things where I read like over half of it and then I just didn't pick it back up for whatever reason. It's very sweet. The end of the book, the author says she finds the story to be really sweet, a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. And I agree with her. I think it is a sweet retelling of Sleeping Beauty, looking at it through the eyes of the villain and why she did the things that she did. There's no beautiful Maleficent who has wings and all of that. There's just Toadling, who is raised by fairies. And one day she is sent to a human kingdom to bless a child born to a king and a queen. And she makes a mistake and things go really wrong. And that's kind of the plot of the novel. I think the themes here have a lot to do with guilt. What do you do with your guilt? How do you forgive yourself for things? What happens to your life if you can't let go of the guilt from past mistakes? I gave it 4 stars, and I think it's a really great little novella to pick up. So now it is time to move on to pick another novel. And I think I want to go with is The Enchanted Greenhouse. I really want to finish this one before reading the third one, but I've just been slogging through it. It moves really, really slow. It takes cozy fantasy to the next level, almost to the point almost to the point of boring. I hate to say that because they are really cute novels, and I struggled the same with The Spell Shop for a little bit. I did ultimately like The Spell Shop. By the end of it, it just took me a while to get through it, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to blaze right through it. The Enchanted Greenhouse, I have struggled even more so than with The Spell Shop. I just don't like what's her name? Turlu. I don't like her. I just don't. It's hard to read about somebody that you're just like, I would never want to have a conversation with this person in real life. And I'm not all that enthusiastic about Yarrow, who is the charming gardener that's supposed to be like the, I guess ultimately kind of the romantic interest, I think is what he's going to end up being. Um, and and yeah, there's a sentient plant like the Spell Shop, but she ain't no Kaz. Uh, if you've read the Spell Shop, so this has been a struggle for me, but I really do want to read this. I just don't know if I want to read it right now, this early in the morning. Let me see if there's another one that I am more closer to the ending to. 12 Strong. I'm pretty close to the ending. But it's also a nonfiction full of military jargon, which takes me a while to get through. The Book of Heartbreak may be a good one. Okay. It's between The Book of Heartbreak or The Enchanted Greenhouse. Let's spin a wheel. Let's spin a wheel. Okay, here's our wheel. Here we go. It's looking like The Book of Heartbreak it is. Alrighty. So our next read for this finish the books that I haven't read in forever. is going to be the Book of Heartbreak, which also, I feel like this was the first book I opened for my Christmas Advent calendar last year, which Thorn Hedge was from my Christmas Advent calendar. So there's a theme here. But I mean, when you open a book a day for like 2 weeks, I mean, it starts to get piled up. So I just restarted the Book of Heartbreak. We're on a little bit of a grocery run, and I've read a couple pages. I'm struggling to kind of remember some of the details from the book. But I also think that there's a lot of subtlety in this story. There's a lot of nuance. There's not a lot of things spelled out for you. Oh, I think I see a coworker. No, okay. It's a small town. There's not a lot of things spelled out in this book, and there's this one character in particular who knows a lot more than he's saying, but you don't have the perspective of that character. You only have the perspective of the character who wants to know what's going on and isn't getting any answers. And that is the kind of narration that absolutely I struggle with hardcore. I can't stand it because I just want to know. Just tell me what the answers are. Like, why does everything have to be hush hush and secretive? Just tell me. Just tell me. Tell me. Tell that poor character so that they can stop suffering. Like, let's move this along. I hate when a plot is based on just a character just not saying something. I am really enjoying the story. It's extremely different from what I usually read, and the characters are really different from what I'm usually exposed to. So I'm enjoying that aspect of it. It is a fresh breath of air. I just wish that we'd get past this part of, well, it's not actually like that. You're making the wrong conclusions, but I'm just not going to tell you whatever it is. Blah. I wish we would get past that part. So I just got to a plot twist, or the plot twist of the book. Basically, one of the characters had to like use magic to, well, like, I don't want to spoil it, but there was they had to force a character to finally start talking and start revealing things. It is I I like the plot. I like where it's going, but the plot and the twists and stuff and trying to figure out what's going on are so mentally taxing that, like, it's putting me to sleep. Not because I'm bored, but just because I'm tired. I'm really, really struggling with this book, which is sad because I really want to love it. And I know it's going to be really great. I know that I, I, I can really, I feel the ending is going to be worth it. It's going to be really, really upsetting if it's not, but I feel like the ending is going to be worth it. I just, I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere with it. I started it, and I was when I started it this morning, I was on page like 160 something, and now I'm still only on one page 190, and it's like 360 something pages. Like, I just don't feel like I'm making any progress with it.
So it's like a while later, and I haven't opened up this book. I don't know how long it's been, but the caffeine definitely did not help. I ate some lunch, and then I started watching some other YouTube videos. One YouTube video led me down a rabbit hole of looking on Etsy at some little berets and some ghost paintings and a little wooden fox necklace. Yeah, I didn't buy anything, but I also have not read a page of this since I last checked in. Wow, this is going great. I feel like this is now going to become a 2-day adventure. It's now going to become a weekend thing. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm on page 190. I'm going to get to page 200. I'm going to get to page 200. And you may be thinking to yourself, why don't you just DNF it? Because I do actually like it though. I'm just not motivated to read it right now. So I'm going to get to page 200, reassess. If I don't want to continue at this time, I'm probably going to pick up some young adult novel or something, because that'll be quick and just easy on my brain. So we're going to get to page 200 and then reassess. I would set you up to watch me read, but Maleficent is on my lap and I will not bother her in order to go set up the camera. So, all right, before we officially start reading, we got to get us a proper mug. This is one that my sister got me. Live the life you imagine. And at the time, I was very, very, very into mermaids. Now I'm into spooky things, but I still love this mug. So let's get a drink. So I'm just about to start chapter 17. It's chapter 16 was so sad. Like, I feel really dumb for saying what I did about it being too cozy and nothing happened, because something terrible happened in chapter 16 and now I'm like really sad. Oh my gosh, I'm laughing because I'm laughing at myself for saying what I did, but I'm actually like really sad. I went and made myself a little comfort snack, and I made myself one of my little it's a little mocktail. It's called a Dark Forest. It's inspired by Harry Potter, and it's got apple and ginger ale, and it's delicious. And like it's like my new favorite way to drink ginger ale. And yeah, like it was so sad. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm really starting to like it. I'm really starting to like Turlu in a way that I didn't before at the beginning of the book. She's really starting to grow on me. Pun intended, because it's all about plants. I think it's found its stride now, and I'm really getting into it. Hi, you guys. So I'm on chapter 20 now. I just took a bit of a break to get some of my chores done, stripped the bed, changed the sheets, just kind of got up, walked around for a little bit. I was getting a little restless. I'm still really enjoying this book. I really have connected with the characters now, and I'm really liking the plot. It's just gotten so cute. Callie, She's also been demanding a lot of attention. I am actually going to take a bit of a break from the Enchanted Greenhouse for a minute. What I want to do is I really want to finish a book before lunch, so I'm going to take a break in the Enchanted Greenhouse because I still have 170 something pages to go. But I have 100 or less pages in 12 Strong. So I'm going to go ahead and read that book, give myself a little change of scenery, go sit somewhere else and read, and hopefully get through that book before I'm ready to have lunch. Wow. I have 30 pages left. There is a huge chunk of the book that is not included in the movie. I can't describe what's cut from the movie without spoiling both the movie and the book, but there's a bunch of stuff that happens after the movie stops that occurred like basically immediately after in that timeline, that is in this book, and it is, oh, wow, it is really intense. And so I have 30 pages left, but I just need like a mental break, and I'm really hungry. So I'm going to stop for lunch, and then I plan to pick this straight back up after lunch and finish the last 30 pages. But I know myself. I really, really lack motivation after lunch. So we'll see how long it takes me to get back to this. But it's really, really good. I highly recommend this book. It's originally published as Horse Soldiers, and I mean it's phenomenally written. It just takes a while to get through, especially if you don't have a military background like myself. I just finished 12 Strong. It was really incredible. I'm going to give it 4 stars. Um, Extremely well written. Um, and just such an incredible story about the men who went into Afghanistan right after the September 11th attacks. Highly recommend. Now I am. It's now well after lunch, and my eyes need a break. So I think I'm going to take some time to wash the dishes, listen to the audiobook that I need to get through. I didn't realize I still had 5 hours left. Oh my gosh. And so I'm going to wash some dishes, rest my eyes for a bit, and listen to the audiobook for a little bit. And yeah, carry on. I finished all the dishes and got my chores done and just decided to take a shower and get into some comfy clothes. Now I'm going to try to finish The Secret Life of the Otter. I have exactly 100 pages left, so I'm going to put on some like Highland music and go back to Scotland, if only in the pages of a book, and think about how I'm going to go back in reality soon, I hope. Okay, bye. Babies. Oh my gosh. Aw, eagles. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's another book down. I gave that 4.75 stars. I'm really happy that I got another one of his books, and I'll definitely be getting another one. He has one called The Secret Life of the Cairngorms, which is a mountain range in Scotland that I visited while I was over there. So I definitely want to get that one next and see those photographs as well. It was really moving for me to see those photographs. I actually spent 2 mornings in a row in the rain looking for otters while I was over there. I desperately wanted to see a Scottish otter in person in the wild, and was unsuccessful. No shock there. Like, what did I know about traipsing around looking for wild otters? It was quite an experience, and I will do anything to get to go back over there again. So yeah, that is another book down. It is going to be quite a busy video when I do my July reading wrap up, because oh my goodness, I really blazed through a lot of books this month, which I am so glad that I have. I think I'm going to take a break for the rest of the day. Maybe I might get back to Enchanted Greenhouse again, but I may wait until tomorrow. My eyes are really tired, but I'm really glad that I finished that one. Good morning, everybody. You're looking lovely today. It's good to see you again. It is it's kind of a morose day outside. It's cloudy, but it's not rainy. And there's like a heat advisory, so it's super gross outside. I'm gonna make some lunch, and then hopefully I can finish the Enchanted Greenhouse. I did read a little bit this morning without filming anything, and there was a change in circumstances in the plot, and I just wasn't feeling it, and I just kind of so I went and did some other stuff. Now I'm gonna eat some lunch, and then hopefully I can get back into it and knock it out. I have like 150 pages, I think, left. Hi, everybody. I just finished the last page of The Enchanted Greenhouse. I am so glad I picked this novel up again and challenged myself to finish it. And I'm so glad that I brought you guys along for the ride. It was a slow start to begin with, but I think at about chapter 13 or 14, it really got me hooked.
It took a little bit, but I really fell in love with the characters and I loved the ending. It was so cute. It was so cute. I actually teared up at like the last chapter and very well done. The third book comes out tomorrow, and I'm so excited about that. And the author actually announced last week that on her Instagram there is a fourth book in the installment of this world. It's called the Cheese Shop Emporium or the Cheese Emporium, and she revealed the cover on her Instagram last week. So excellent news about that. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching this whole video. I'm so excited that you've found this channel and that you decided to stick with it. I know that this is probably the longest video that I have posted so far, and I really just appreciate you being here. This vlog was a really fun opportunity for me to get through some books at the end of the summer so that I can get ready for the fall and for spooky season. So I got through 4 books thanks to this vlog. Here they all are on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to give The Enchanted Greenhouse 4 stars. It was pretty great. Thank you guys again for watching. There has been an uptick in subscribers lately, and that just means the world to me. I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time on Earth with me and watching these videos. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this type of video and if you want to see more reading vlogs in the future, and send me some comments about any type of reading challenges that you've done recently and how you want to spend the last days of your summer. And we will see you on Wednesday. Bye!